quality player is what Graham Potter coined for Joao Felix, which now that I've seen and listened to the press with Graham Potter, it makes a lot more sense why he's coming to the club for a loan, which I still think there should have been a buyback clause, but he talked about the injuries happening right now at Chelsea. Seems like Pulisic is going to be out for at least a couple months with the injury picked up against Manchester City, which is a shame to hear about. Sterling is going to be out for at least a month, give or take. It looks like it was a hamstring injury, so we're not going to rush him back. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is still getting back and training as well, and therefore we have a lot of injuries going on right now, and it makes more sense to have a lone player come in and maybe not have him stay at the club. But really, if Joao Felix does well, it would have been a great thing to buy him then. But I digress on that. We are playing Fulham in our next match, and I think this is going to be a massive London derby for us because we have obviously been struggling. Fulham are sitting above us in the table and have been doing fairly well. The one thing that does help us in this match, though, is Mitrovic will not be able to play due to the fact he's accumulated 5 yellow cards from the season so far. I got a pretty stupid one in their last match, if I do say so myself, but I am not going to be upset with that, even though he is on my fantasy team, because Chelsea, I don't think, would be able to handle him, so that is a big plus. We also will see one of our ex-players, William, play against us as well. I'm not too sure. He's been doing so far so decent, I would say. I wouldn't say he's been lighting the world up at Fulham, but again, he's a little bit older, so I'm not expecting that. But this will still be a difficult match for Chelsea because of all our injuries. So many injuries going across this Chelsea squad, and Graham Potter did touch on that in the press conference, which makes it very difficult to implement your tactics on these players, because if the players that you want to use keep getting hurt, you have to then bring other players in, like the youth players, and try to have them implement their tactics in very quickly on a short notice, and sometimes that does not work out. Therefore, though, I do see us doing quite well against Fulham because we should still have our, I would say, our entire spine pretty much good in the midfield. Obviously, Thiago Silva, most likely Koulibaly in our defense, and we will talk about all our players. But overall, I think our quality is better than Fulham, even though if you do look at the Premier League table right now, it wouldn't say that. I would still say, though, we are the better team. We just have been a very unfortunate in our last dozen or so games. So let's talk about our squad selection against Fulham. Now, Kepa will be in between the sticks. Mendy, I think, is still out injured. I don't know if he is fully fit, if he would even start anyways, but Kepa will get the start. On the left wing, Cucurella, no question about that. Obviously, Ben Chilwell is still not fully match fit. Has been training a little bit more, but again, we will not see him probably for another month or so. I have no idea, but therefore, that is Cucurella's spot. We could maybe get a youth player, but I think it's going to go to him. Defense, I already talked about. Koulibaly and Thiago Silva as our CBs. Again, I don't see why we'd change that, even though I think Trevor Chalobah should get the start. It probably won't happen. So again, I'm just going to go with what Graham Potter most likely go with. And on the right, we are going to go with our old friend Dave as Phil Quaita. Again, it just makes sense to go with those 4 players in our back line. Now, in the midfield, I think we still will do a 3. I think we're going to go 3-3, a 4-3-3, I should say. And we probably will see Kovacic, Mason Mount, and I want to say Conor Gallagher. Maybe Jorginho gets a start in this one, but I think we got to change it up. And I think Conor Gallagher gets a deserving start. I think we need a guy that's a little more energizer in that midfield, and Jorginho just doesn't bring that. Kovacic is our best midfielder right now, so he's going to start. Mason Mount, I think, does better in the midfield. So again, that makes more sense to put him there. Joao Felix, I do not know if he actually will play this game, so otherwise I may start him, but I do not fully know if he's going to be fully fit for this match. So that's why we're not going to say he's going to start, but if he's able to, he still may come off the bench. Now, on the left wing, this is where it gets very difficult because with all our injuries, I do not fully know if we are going to play a youth player. We might go Zachariah down in the midfield and put Mason Mount out on the wing, which I'm not too sure if that's going to be a good fit, but that might be the option that we go with. Up top, Kai Havertz, that makes sense. Out on the right, though, I think Ziyech is going to get the start again as our right winger because of all the injuries we have. If we had some other fit players, I don't think he would start, but that is the current situation that we are in. Now, I think this formation is going to be a little more fluid for the most part. I think all these players can kind of mix and match around, and it should be fairly solid. The only issue, which is always our issue, is creating chances for Kai Havertz or any of our attacking players, which who knows how that's going to work out with this midfield. If Joao Felix can start this game, I would put him in there out onto one of the wings, whether he goes onto the left or right. I know he does better more in the central area, so same thing, we may mix and match Mason Mount with that, but he would be a better starter for us right now over... I'm going to go say over Ziyech. That's still, it's a difficult decision because he hasn't had much practice with the squad. But that is my starting lineup for us against Fulham. I think we can easily win this match. I shouldn't say easy because most likely will be difficult, but I think we can win this match and we should win this match. If we don't, there's just more and more pressure that's piling up on the Graham Potter and the entire club, and it'll be very difficult moving forward if we lose this match to Fulham, who again are sitting above us in the table. So that is all I have for you today on our fixture tomorrow against Fulham. I think we will win. I think it's going to be a fairly close match. I think we're going to win 3-1. Yes, we are going to score 3 goals. I believe in our team. Defensively, I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet. I think we're going to be all over the place. So it's going to make it very interesting, but that is my prediction. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe down below. I greatly appreciate that. It helps get this video to more and more fans such as yourself. And that is it. And I will see you in our next video.